Whenever I heard that my daughter said that she's going to expose everything when she's 18, right? What is there to expose? I've been taking care of you since you were born. What are you going to expose?
When I'm 81 backwards, I will say everything I need to say, guys. There's times where I don't want her to talk about stuff about us because people are going to clip it and then share it more.
Oh yeah, my nose is so perfect.
No, your nose is not perfect.
Bro, as soon as I meet you, I want to do something. You have to wait. You have to wait, Nunu. Nunu, you better wait.
As TREVINO has become one of the most viral and talked about figures on TikTok, but is not for the reasons that you might expect. Known as the prison inmate data or the crazy inmate hopper, she went from being this unknown figure to this viral sensation, and she's gained followers while also stirring up plenty of drama and controversies. Her online persona and online journey is a roller coaster of viral moments, family issues, and controversial relationships with people that are behind bars.
I got married to my husband now. Still together, still prison wife, going strong. We got married on November the 6th of 2019. And I couldn't thank God enough for sending me the man of my dreams.
So add to those accusations of child neglect and exploitation, then we have this recipe for non-stop controversy. This deep dive is going to take a closer look at how TREVINO created this her polarizing online persona and the scandals that just kept her name in the spotlight, and what her story actually says about the chaotic world of social media fame. That being said, let me introduce myself. Hi guys, my name is Jewel, and on this channel I just speak about what I want to speak about, whether they're trendy or not. I give deep dives, social commentary, documentaries, literally anything I want to speak about. And that being said, let's get straight into this video. So first of all, before going into the controversies that this woman has done, I'm just going to do a bit of deep dive in her past. I'm going to do a bit of history, where she came from, how she was born, blah blah blah, all those things. So basically, she was born on January 17, 1989 in Texas, and as a Capricorn, I am so disappointed because the world hates us enough. Like literally nobody likes Capricorns, let's be honest. And we have this tomfoolery, this person that has just, I don't know, I don't want to bring zodiac signs into this, but when I saw she was born January 17th, I had to check, is she really a Capricorn? Oh yeah, she's a Capricorn, and I am so disappointed in this person. But that being said, let's continue. But anyway, she was born on January 17, 1989 in Texas, and her early life is largely a mystery. She is 36, either 36 or 35, like we don't really know, because again, she's that controversial that even her age is a controversy basically. Now 36, little is known about her upbringing or her education, but one thing is evidently clear. The thing that is clear is that her personal life is anything but simple. She's a mother of two daughters, Haley and Evie, and her parenting has been a hot topic of controversies. There have been reports that have actually suggested that her children are primarily being raised by their grandmother, that's her mom, due to the long-standing involvement that TREVINO has with CPS, and this is a situation that she blames on online haters and relentless scrutiny.
Whenever I heard that my daughter said that she's going to expose everything when she's 18, right? What is there to expose? I've been taking care of you since you were born.
But we're going to get deep into that later in this video. So that being said, let's just talk about how she started the social media fame, or how she got into social media, because her journey into social media began in April 2023 when she launched her TikTok, and her TikTok account by this time, her name was Queen Bee Ash 23. At first, her content was lighthearted. She would take selfies, she would show herself shopping at high-end stores like Louis Vuitton, and she would show herself going to trips to Disneyland. But then it didn't take long for her online persona to shift, and this led her down a path of controversies and viral infamy. As Trevino, she shot to internet fame faster than anyone could have predicted because in just a week she had racked up over 1 million followers, and this was thanks to her jaw-dropping live streams and unfiltered online persona. She's also been dubbed TikTok's messiest and craziest inmate hopper mom by the YouTuber Salem Toba. When it comes to ASHY Trevino has built her brand around one thing. She's built her brand around her relationships with men in prison, incarcerated men, even men that have actually killed their partner. And she had no problem just putting it out there. She's spoken about writing letters to prisoners, visiting jails, and diving headfirst into chaotic, drama-filled romances. I think it's obviously these stories are kind of compelling because they're not compelling because it's like, oh, this is a normal thing to do. It's compelling because it's not something that you see every day. And obviously, when people will come in contact with her live stream or her video, it's not something that people will be able to like just scroll away. People will not be able to look away. So because of this, she just kept growing and growing, and in a week she had already amassed like 1 million subscribers.
Guys, I deadass got paid because one eye opened in my fucking head. That should have stuck.
Another thing is, even though she was on live doing all these things and had all these people following her, she didn't just go viral on her own because there were updates accounts that were run by followers who were obsessed with her, and they helped spread her content like wildfire. So these accounts just reposted her videos with their own commentary. Sometimes this even made her even more famous than her original host. So when someone sees an account posting this weird thing she would say, they will go and look for her main account, and with that they followed her. However, when someone is that famous, especially famous for controversial things, that's when trouble starts to creep in. And this is when TikTok, obviously, they got a hold of this and they repeatedly banned her account for violating community guidelines. But one thing for sure is that Trevino's rise to fame was messy, controversial, and very, very impossible to ignore. When it comes to ASHY Trevino, I would like to say that her online presence is a whirlwind of scandal, drama, and jaw-dropping decisions. And this has made her a poster child for how social media can just turn personal chaos into viral entertainment. For example, going from questionable relationships with prisoners to accusations of child neglect and even unsettling interactions with minors. Her story is a non-stop roller coaster of controversy.
How did you get into TikTok and how did you start social media? Give me the backstory. Who is ASHY Trevino?
So I first started actually my TikTok back in 2019. Nobody ever
pre-COVID.
Yeah, they don't know that. But I was actually a prison wife. So yeah, that's why they call me the inmate hopper.
You like them felons?
Yeah, I mean I've been with them up until this year. So yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
You don't think about going on Hinge, Tinder?
So now, actually, I do have a guy that I talk to that is free.
Oh, period.
And yes,
we love a little free king.
Yes, and I met him on TikTok.
I think they have something to say. Go ahead.
No.
Oh. So what? So how did you guys start? Did you start because your mom went?
No, I had Musically.
Oh, period. Okay.
So then I had it ever since that.
So you started TikTok because of Musically?
Yeah.
So you do like the little lip sync videos, little dances?
Yeah.
Okay. And you?
I got it after Haley in like 2020 or 2021.
And when did you start to notice like a difference in like, okay, I'm doing like there's a difference in, like I'm making a couple TikToks for fun and then actually doing social media and things like that? Is it when your mom started going online? Oh, okay. So it's kind of like mom started it, you guys followed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how's that journey been for you guys? Have you guys been recognized any?
Yeah.
In public? Just you guys? Or are you with your mom or?
Just me. Once I got recognized by myself. I was in a store.
Uh-huh.
And someone asked me if I was ASHY Trevino's daughter, and I said yeah. And she was like, "Can I take a picture with you?"
Oh,
and
weird.
so I took a picture with the girl.
Uh-huh.
She was like my age, so I took a picture with her. So yeah.
How does that feel?
it was scary because I was like away from my family because I wasn't with my mom. I was with my grandma and grandpa and my sister, and I wasn't with them, so I was by myself shopping. And because it was her and her mom, so I got scared. But I ended up taking the picture, and then that's when my TikTok started blowing up more.
Really?
Because I only had like 50,000 followers. It wasn't that much compared to me now. So yeah.
She married a man in prison. Why?
This is her second marriage in prison.
Oh my God.
You want to come? Y'all just come live with us.
Yes, please.
Well, they have 2 new members.
Girls, I think I have to end your segment here. Thank you so much. I need to talk to your mom about some things. Clearly, there's a lot to debrief here.
He has repeatedly tested the limits of both TikTok's rules and society's moral compass, and obviously this has sparked heated debates about accountability, exploitation, and the dark side of internet fame. She actually knows how to keep people watching no matter how messy things get, no matter the nonsense she says. She just always like, I don't know, does she think before talking? Because that's one thing that I'm like, girl, and I think she was born 1986. She's old enough to mother some of us sitting down here. But yeah, like, she's just this viral sensation that you're sitting and you're like, really, do people like this really do exist? So that being said, before I get into all the chaos this woman has said, I would like to say that she's not just another TikTok personality. She's a walking controversy. She's a case study of how social media can turn personal chaos into public spectacle. From dating inmates for clout to facing accusations of child neglect, her online presence is a never-ending storm of drama, ethical concerns, and also shocking revelations. Whether she's arguing with people that are criticizing her.
Remember, one thing about me is that y'all can come do whatever y'all feel like y'all need to do. But in reality, I don't care if you're a troll, I don't care if you're a hater, or anything like that. Whatever y'all say and clip, y'all act like I really care, because I don't.
Engaging with minors in questionable ways.
Ash, take me to Miami.
We're going to Miami.
Well, take me and my brother. I come with my brother.
Or pushing platform boundaries. She has built a brand on controversies. She has proved that in this age that we are in, notoriety often trumps morality. And her story isn't just about one woman's messy personal life, it's a reflection of a larger problem. Social media rewards outrageous behavior, it turns real life struggles into entertainment, but at what cost? Because as TREVINO, she tests the limits of what is acceptable online. She forces us to ask, where is the line between personal freedom and public accountability, and how much are we willing to ignore in the name of viral fame? So now let's dip more into TREVINO's life as a parent, like the controversies that has surrounded her parenting.
Question: do you have beds?
Well, I don't live with my mom.
But at your mom's house?
No.
I'm to Zelle you. I'm going to give you money for, I want a bed, 2 mattresses, 2 of them. I want a headboard and 2 nightstands. I'm going to order that before you leave this house today.
TREVINO's parenting, or the lack thereof, I would like to say, has been one of the biggest controversies that has ever surrounded her life. Reports have suggested that her 2 daughters, Hailey and Avi, live with her own parents, as their grandparents, due to repeated CPS interventions. So instead of her coming out to take accountability, she has publicly dismissed the issue. Once she told her TikTok viewer, she was like, when y'all call CPS, y'all should think about it. It's not me getting in trouble, it's my parents.
And y'all are really trying to get my kids taken from me, and it's not gonna happen.
But anyways, that statement alone just sets off a firestorm, and it just reinforces the claim that she prioritizes her online persona over her children's well-being. The situation took even a darker turn this year, February 2025, when her eldest daughter threatened to expose everything once she reaches 81 backwards, basically once she turns 18.
Anyway, so y'all know how I'm 51 backwards? Trust, when I'm 81 backwards, I will say everything I need to say, guys.
Obviously, this hinted at a very deep-rooted family dysfunction, because while TREVINO occasionally claims that she wants to reunite with her kids, her non-stop social media scandals, public feuds, and reckless behavior just tells a different story.
Whenever I heard that my daughter said that she's going to expose everything when she's 18, right? What is there to expose? I've been taking care of you since you were born. What are you going to expose?
Like, there was even a time where she said that she used to like kind of physically abuse one of her daughters because the father of the child was giving her more attention than TREVINO, and she said she used to do that, but she does not know if the child remembers.
I treated her like crap, and she still loves me, and she still makes videos. If you see her videos, they're like, my mom is the best mom, or like...
Yeah, she posted one today of you guys in the car together.
Yeah, and then she's like, this is how I see my mom, and this is how y'all see my mom. Like, my baby still sees me as, like, her mom that she, you know, like... And little does she know that I used to literally, like, treat her worse than what I treated Evie. Because Evie was always my baby. And that's why I feel so bad at her, because, like, Haley literally has been through, like, the bottom of her life. Like, I'm telling you, whenever we lived with her dad, I used to pull her by the hair because I was so mad at her. Like, I feel like he loved her more than he loved me. And so, like, I took my anger out on her. And she doesn't even, like, hate me for that. Like, she doesn't even remember that.
All right.
And
did you ever apologize to her for that?
I did.
You did? Okay. That's good. That's good. You live and you learn, and if you felt like you were wrong...
I was a young mom.
Yeah. If you felt like you were wrong and you apologized and you said, I'm sorry, then I guess she took that in, and that's what she's, you know, that's what she...
My baby's so beautiful. Like, that girl's so beautiful. She's about to be 16. And, like, I want to make her the best sweet 16 ever. Mm-hmm. Like, I will give my life just to have her be happy, you know? Mm-hmm. And, I mean, even with their dad not being here, like, my baby is so beautiful. And I will tell her that continuously.
Like, literally, this woman has been a crackhead from the get-go. Adding another layer to the mess is the role of the online vigilante, because many people believe that internet trolls have also fueled the CPS involvement. But does that excuse the concerns that are being raised about TREVINO's parenting? I don't think so. One person may ask, like, is she a victim of digital harassment, or is social media just exposing a mother who should never have had kids in the first place? I have come out to say countless and countless of times that some people don't deserve to have children. I have said it so many times. Some people do not deserve to have children, and I stand by that. It's not by force to have a child, especially if you're going to come out being like TREVINO. That being said, let's just talk about TREVINO's NSFW scandal. So, on the 26th of January this year, 2025, TREVINO accidentally or not set the internet on fire by posting a semi-nude mirror selfie to her Instagram stories, and she captured "Miss my old body," and this photo just showed her in her underwear, and it was supposedly a body check that was meant to reflect on her physique. But when the image spread like wildfire on Twitter, outrage followed, and users, they flooded the platforms with posts like "Get naked TREVINO off my feed now," and they blasted her for like oversharing this photo. Was she just being candid, or was it just yet another attempt at attention-seeking controversies? While some people, they've come to defend her as someone that struggled with body image issues, other people have seen it as a classic shock value marketing, and people saw it as a desperate attempt for her to stay relevant. Regardless of the intent that she posted this scandal just shows how one unfiltered moment can hijack an entire online reputation. She's found herself trending not for curated content, but for viral missteps. Like I said, she's built her brand on controversies, but some of her disturbing allegations involve inappropriate interactions with minors and troubling legal entitlement.
Wait, is Santos your new boyfriend? People
No, he's just a boy toy.
And he's 19? And how old are you?
He's here for the tea.
I'm trying to get the tea.
No, I didn't know he was 19 at first.
While internet fame might thrive on drama, Trevino's actions has sparked serious debates about ethics, accountabilities, and the dark side of being an internet sensation, or should I say a digital celebrity. Does that make sense? Like, social media has made it possible for anybody to be a celebrity, and literally she's received like PR from Louis Vuitton, literally, like exactly. There's been no time where this woman has come online and has said something meaningful, or she's getting PR from Louis Vuitton. Like, exactly. And there are people who's worked their ass off being on the straight path and nobody notices them. But when once you're very controversial, that's why we have people like the Frost thinking that it's okay to make sexual content because he feels that's what's going to pay his bills. People have come online to do weird things and say weird things because they want to get viral. But anyways, when it comes to Trevino, she's crossed so many lines and she's had interactions with minors and she's had disturbing allegations, because in January 2025, Trevino, she found herself in the center of yet another storm when allegations surfaced that she was engaging with underage people online. Let's not forget, this woman was born in 1986, and when she was confronted about this in a YouTube podcast, she claimed that she simply didn't know. She claimed that she simply didn't know. Basically, she claimed that she simply didn't know the ages of the person she was talking to. But this is someone that's pushing 40, and if you're talking to someone that is underage, you definitely would know that this person is too young for you. So if you're talking to someone that visibly looks younger about their ID, literally. But many people, obviously, they weren't convinced that she didn't know their age. And the thing is, I think right now the person is 19. But then when she started talking to the person was underage. And she was like, I didn't know. I did not know. This woman is pushing 40. Like, she does not look like a Gen Z. She does not look young. Like, let's be very, very honest here. She doesn't look young. And when you're speaking to someone younger than you, and I think they had relations. So when speaking to someone younger than you and having relations with this person, common sense will tell you to ask, because think about it. If it was a man that came out and literally said what Trevino said, there would be a firestorm. Let's be very, very honest. Let's be very, very honest. Exactly. Her frequent online interactions with significantly younger people has raised so many concerns, and people have argued that it was impossible for her not to be aware of the age disparities. This is somebody that has actually flashed a young person on TikTok Live. She flashed a person her boobs. Like, if a man did that to a young person, someone that he was 20 years older than or 25 years older than, if a man did that, literally, he would literally be in prison by now. But why is it taken lightly when he's a woman? I don't get it. But then in February 2025, things just escalated to a whole new level, because Trevino, she allegedly contacted the daughter of a murder victim, and then she told her that her deceased loved ones deserve to die. And honestly, this claim is very, very horrifying. But the thing is, it didn't stop there, because she was also accused of making racist remarks tied to 9/11, and this has further deepened the outrage that people have.
One thing I'm not gonna do is let somebody, even if I was sober, you're not gonna sit there and pick on my ex-husband. You're Mohammed, right? How do you know that he wasn't the one behind the There was a lot of Mohammeds that were in the... Just saying.
Even made racist remarks against the Hispanic community.
And like the police there, like...
Thank you.
They're straight just crazy. Like, they're so... Honestly, you would have thought, like, because they were Mexicans, but it was the park police, so they weren't even the actual San Antonio police. They were the Riverwalk police.
I feel like a lot of police these days, like, I don't know.
They abuse that they're police, to be honest.
Yeah.
At this point, I just want to say that her actions are no longer questionable. They are downright disturbing. These weren't just petty internet squabbles or attention-seeking stunts. These are deliberate, cruel, and harmful interactions. She's pushing 40. You cannot tell me that this woman does not have an iota of sense or discernment. I understand she wants to be viral, but at what cost? And the internet isn't going to let her off this time, because even though last year she was this this viral sensation, now this has become a whole different level. So let's talk about the petition that has shut her down. So basically, obviously, we know the internet. If you're not too careful, you may become the most hated person on the internet. And obviously, public anger has mounted on her, and this has created people to go on change.org and demanded her permanent removal from TikTok. And this has gained serious traction because as at this month, as I'm filming this on March 4th, 2025, so by March 2025, it has already collected over 9,600 signatures, and so many people have cited her pattern of harmful behavior, hate speech, harassment, and the endangerment of minors as reason for her ban.
This lady needs to stop. She's nothing but trouble. She don't take care of her kids, and all she wants to do is sit there and cuss people out when they try to help her. And on top of that, she takes people's money. Please, TikTok, take her off.
Get Ash Trevino off TikTok. Get her nipples off TikTok.
They just wanted social media platforms to just step up and take action. But here's the ironic twist though, because instead of silencing ASHY TREVINO, the controversy only made her more infamous, because ASHY TREVINO, I would like to say that she has mastered the art of turning backlash into clout, using every scandal to fuel her unrelenting cycle of viral infamy. And this is where I would say like she has this love-hate relationship with the internet, because despite being repeatedly banned from TikTok, she has somehow managed to return time and time again, and she has always found a way to regain her audience, because again, I think people follow her not because they like her, but because of the shock value that comes with following her. Does that make sense? Like, thank God I've never seen her on my For You page. I've only known her through like commentary channels and things like that. So that's how I've actually known her, and then like I went to do like my own research. But that being said, she just always has a way to return time and time again, and she always finds a way to like regain her audience back. And within a single week, she has amassed 1 million followers, and this just proves how profitable controversies can be. Because again, if you come out on the straight and narrow, people will just scroll up, they won't even care. But like if you're someone like ASHY TREVINO that says every single shit, people will literally follow you, literally. But one thing is that her success isn't solely due to her own efforts. Update accounts has also like played a massive role in keeping her relevant, and again, even me doing this video is adding to her relevancy. These third-party pages are just run by fascinated or outright obsessed users. I'm not obsessed with her. I'm not fascinated by her. I just feel like she's a soul loser. Is it soul loser or soul loser? I think it's soul loser. I just feel like she's a soul loser, like literally. So obviously these people, they've come out, they've reposted her videos with their own commentary, often making her even more famous than her original content did. And again, I'm here with my own commentary talking about her. So whether you're mocking her or you're analyzing her behavior or willing further association or speculation, these accounts, they've turned her into this viral sensation, and obviously this has ensured that her name, they continue to stay in constant circulation. Let's talk about the internet verdict. Is it toxic or addictive? ASHY TREVINO is the definition of a polarizing figure. Critics like Perez Hilton has publicly dragged her for being a very toxic internet personality, and Perez has called her out for her reckless, harmful, and exploitative behavior. And to them, she is an example of what is wrong with social media. I would like to see ASHY TREVINO as a person who thrives on negativity, who disregards ethics and manipulates controversy for personal gain. That's literally how I would like to see her. And despite all this backlash, she still has an army of devoted fans. Like, I'm very sure that when I post this, there'll be 1 or 2 of them in the comment section coming for me and maybe saying that, yeah, I'm jealous of her because she's light skinned and she has more followers than I do. And you know what? Go off, write it. I really don't care. And if you come out and say I'm jealous of ASHY TREVINO, like, you need to to go and check yourself in the hospital or something, because you genuinely must be sick. Many people are drawn to her because she's unfiltered, she's unapologetic, and she's very, very rebellious. To them, she just represents raw authenticity in an era of fake perfection, and people have seen her as someone who lives on her own terms no matter the cost. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being authentic to yourself, but there's a difference between being authentic to yourself and being authentic to yourself in a very stupid way. She's authentic, but her authenticity is toxic and it's unethical, and the thing is, she's not willing to change. Hopefully that makes sense. So when it comes to this, like, the bigger question is, who is to blame? Because at this point, this debate isn't about TREVINO. It's literally about how social media rewards chaos, because platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, they thrive on engagement, no matter how toxic this engagement is. And the more people talk about her, the more the algorithm Joe, what's wrong with you today? Yo, to be fair, I think it's like 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. or something. Yeah, literally. But anyways, so like I said, the more people talk about her, the more the algorithm just pushes her content, and the more outrageous she is, because that is where she gains so many followers. So the real question is, should platforms be held accountable for letting people like TREVINO flourish, or is it just the nature of internet fame where even the most problematic figures can just build a fan base? Whatever the answer is, one thing is for sure. I think is that TREVINO, I do not think she's going away anytime soon. I don't think she's going anywhere anytime soon. And I think she's always wanted to be famous, and her having this virality and saying that whatever she does is paying her money. I mean, she got PR from Louis Vuitton. This proves that in today's day and time, being infamous is just as powerful as being famous. Hope you guys know the difference between infamous and famous. Infamous is like, you know, the people that are famous for the wrong things, and famous or fame is something people that are famous for the right things, or just famous. Does that make sense? So now let's talk about what happened in San Antonio. The events that unfolded in San Antonio in January 2025 sent shockwaves through TREVINO's already chaotic online presence. So basically, the rest of her friend, I don't know if it's her friend or associate, I would like to say her associate, Josiah Kane de la Fuente, also known as the Cane, so I'm going to use the Cane. It just puts a spotlight on the real world dangers of the risky entourage that TREVINO surrounds herself with. And should we act surprised? No. Like, look at TREVINO. You don't expect someone who comes on social media acting like a fool to be associated with wise people. Do you? Literally no, because like, look at your friends and I will tell you who you are. That's literally what it is. Like, you don't expect people who are obviously stupid to hang around people who are wise. In some cases it happens, but then again, like, when things like that happen, the wise people, they stray away from the stupid person because they do not want to be associated with such.
Do you think DK's cute?
No.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He might be that little bro.
No.
Oh shoot. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I see it.
Oh,
Facts.
heck no.
He's so risky.
He's not my type. Well, maybe because he's an inmate. I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
Just kidding.
Alright, next meeting, guys.
These charges, particularly ones that are related to pew modification, it just reveals the legal risk that the people that she hangs around face. It also raises questions about her own involvement and the awareness of their actions. It's on the 13th of January 2025, TREVINO and her group, they were dining at a cafe in San Antonio when things took a turn for the worse, because the Kane, who is also this rising TikTok star that is also known for pushing boundaries, was arrested on the spot after he was being found with a pew that was illegally modified with a switch. And this is a device that transforms semi-automatic pew into a fully automatic one. Hopefully you guys understand, because recently YouTube has been demonetizing my video for shit. Yeah, y'all know YouTube has been demonetizing my videos a lot. Like, I'm like, what did I do? Like, what did I do? And I'm tired of fighting. Like, when they demonetize it, I just let it be. Like, I don't have the energy to fight because they just never restore it. So like, I just have to be very careful. So I'm saying pew pew so you guys know what I'm talking about. But you know, like, pew pew, exactly.
And we overheard them talking about there being a pew pew, you know, and then they kicked them out, I'm guessing, or like took them out of the building, and they were being searched. They handcuffed 3 of them. I don't know if they uncuffed them already or not. But for now, we know D-Kane here is probably gonna get arrested or something. He's in handcuffs. And yeah, he's in handcuffs. And then somebody said that they took his girl.
But anyways, this modification, like I said, is illegal under federal law, and it comes with hefty penalty, including years of imprisonment. Because why are you modifying a pew-pew illegally when you are not given the permission to do so? That means you have a wrong intent to why you're modifying a pew-pew, because why are you modifying a pew-pew? The Kane's arrest wasn't a minor incident because it became this high-profile event and high-profile news that linked TREVINO's public persona to this serious criminal activity. Because then again, why are you hanging out with someone like that? Y'all, I'm hungry. I am so hungry speaking to you guys. Oh my god. It's 9:49 a.m. and I am so hungry. But anyways, while the Kane was arrested, TREVINO, she didn't escape the fallout unscathed, because there were witnesses who confirmed that she was with her entourage at North Star Mall earlier that day, where they reportedly attracted attention due to this disruptive behavior. And in the aftermath, TREVINO, as usual, she went to social media and she claimed responsibility for posting bail for the Kane. And obviously, this just reinforces her role as the group's benefactor.
And y'all don't even know the reason why the ones that went to jail went to jail. Y'all think because of the charges that they posted is why they went to jail? That's not why they went to jail. And everybody keeps making videos that the Kane's not getting out. I actually talked to the family, and I've been talking to everybody. I talked to this guy today. I called her today. And so I'm not going to speak on why he went to jail. I know why, but I'm not going to speak on that. It's not my place. But just know you will see D-Kane.
Because again, when it comes to gangs, they have one person they benefit from, they have one person that gives them money to continue their illegal activities. And in this case, I would like to think the person is TREVINO. I would like to think, I'm not saying he is, but I would like to think so, because again, TREVINO is popular on social media, and she, let's not lie and say she's not rich, because social media, especially TikTok, I don't know, I think it pays well. Like if you have 1 million views, that's 1,000. But for someone who has like 1 million followers in a week, obviously she's getting the money, she's getting the moolah. Exactly. However, this action has also tied her financially and reputationally. Is that English? I really don't know. But I typed it and I was like, you know what? Let's rhyme financially to reputation. But is that English? I don't know. But anyways, this has tied her to the legal troubles of those around her. And this has suggested that she's not just the star of the show, but she's also its financial backer. So let's talk about the legal fallout. So while the Kane's arrest just took the center stage, the incident just highlights something bigger, and it just highlights the reckless behavior of TREVINO's inner circle and the real world consequences of her actions. Because the Kane wasn't just a random person, wasn't just a random friend. His arrest just illustrated the kind of high risk lifestyle that TREVINO surrounds herself with. What is this lifestyle? This is a lifestyle that is known for promoting edgy, controversial content, and the Kane's running with the law was a direct reflection of the chaos that often surrounds TREVINO's brand. And saying the Kane just kind of reminds me of Kane, and these are like two controversial people. Let's go back to this TREVINO and the Kane situation, because the presence of an illegal firearm during a public outing, only intensified this scrutiny, not just for the Kane, but for TREVINO's ability to lead and influence a circle. Again, when you are a public figure wanting to build your brand, know the people around you, because listen to me and listen to me very, very carefully. You don't even have to be a public figure to do this, like even as a human being, but like let me just say for public figures. When you're a public figure, you want to try as much as possible not to taint your brand. And that goes beyond you sitting in front of the camera and just speaking to people. It also goes with the people you hang around with, the people you talk to, the people that you associate yourself with. Because you may be doing your own thing, but if someone that people know you with, or if a friend of yours comes out for being like, let's say, a ex-offender or like a person who murdered someone, literally you're going to kind of, even if you had no idea, you're going to be in the mix. Does that make sense? For example, Kai Cenat, when his cameraman was accused of doing predatory activities, like immediately he was like, this person is off my team, because even though he was not part of it, the fact that that is your friend and you're the one that is known as the bigger figure, you're the one that is known as the influencer and the bigger person in the two of you people's dynamic, no matter what, if that person is your friend and after this person has been exposed, you're still hanging around with the person, or if you knew that this is what the person was doing and you just turned a blind eye, literally you're going to taint your brand. Does that make sense? So as someone who is trying to build an online persona, it is just safer for you to, take yourself out of a situation where you know that in the long run it may not serve you. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. But that being said, that leads me to ask this question: was she aware of the criminal activities that her associates were engaged in? And if so, how much responsibility does she bear for what happened? So that being said, let's talk about the dark side of digital fame. The San Antonio incident wasn't just a local scandal, it's something that had broader implication for digital fame and the consequences of living life in the public eye. The Kane's arrest and TREVINO's involvement just exposes the dangerous intersection of social media fame and illegal behavior. As an influencer, as TREVINO, she's cultivated an image of being a boundary pusher, but this incident just proves that there is a fine line between edgy content and real life consequences. So despite as TREVINO's history of guideline violations on TikTok, Instagram, etc., her ability to remain a prominent figure just highlights the lack of content moderation when it comes to dangerous personalities. Her success has been built on controversy, but as the San Antonio episode just shows, there is no cost to living on the edge, because especially when the consequences aren't just online but in the real world, because again, obviously, as we know, she's not been charged, but where people are coming at is like, this is your friend. So if you're with someone who proudly carries firearms that has been illegally modified, are you trying to say that you did not know? Literally. So now let's talk about reputation and responsibility, because for TREVINO, the incident was a reputational inflection point, and she's always walked a fine line between authenticity and provocation. But this arrest just raises questions about whether she was willing to take responsibility for the dangerous path that her friends are on, because the public backlash that followed painted her not just as an influencer but as someone whose choices have tangible consequences for those who follow her. Because like I mentioned when I spoke about Kai Cenat, he came out and he was like, I don't stand with shit like that, so therefore this person is no longer in my circle, is no longer my friend, this or that. But when it came to TREVINO, she quickly built out her friend, and people are like, did you know about this in the long run all this while, and are you the benefactor of this gang? I don't know if they're a gang, but literally people have questions, because in the end, the San Antonio incident wasn't just about the firearm or the TikTok personality. It's just a glaring reminder that fame, especially one that's being driven by controversy, comes with great risk. So for TREVINO and her friends and her associates, the viral fame that once worked in their favor now serves as a reminder that social media can have real world consequences, and social media ain't real life, okay? So after saying all these things about TREVINO, I would want to explore her online persona, her online personality, more like a study on TREVINO. These are my opinions. So TREVINO's online persona is a whirlwind of contradictions. On one hand, she's a victim claiming to be unfairly attacked by online critics, struggling with her personal life and constantly facing public scrutiny. On the other, she's a provocateur girl, okay? She's deliberately courting controversy to stay in the public eye. And when I say courting, I mean courting. That's courting, like she's engaged to controversy to constantly stay in the public eye. Does that make sense? But anyways, her content is a mix of inmate drama, maternal complaints, and luxury flaunting. And
he never smell well.
Mama just threw up.
You just threw up? Why?
Mama just threw up.
You're lying.
Let me throw up.
It smell like me or what? I'm just kidding.
Mama just threw up. Why are you dancing? Mom, I threw up. Why are you dancing? She's dancing? Yes. Alexa, stop.
Bro, I was jamming
Bro,
to
I
do
threw up.
What? What?
Oh yeah, my nose is so perfect.
No, your nose is not perfect.
Your nose ain't either.
Bye.
It's a formula that draws in audience hungry for real life drama that feels like unedited reality TV. But for all the raw emotions that she puts out there are cracks in her authenticity, like falsified pregnancies and exaggerated tales on the people that she's had affair with in prison. And that makes people question just how much of what she shares is real. Like, I understand you're out here speaking about authenticity, this and that, but how much of that is real? Because again, when someone comes out giving all this story, it will come to a point where they would lie. Because again, in as much as many drama happens in your life, there is not just so much drama that happens in your life for you to be posting 365 days speaking about something that happened. So when people come out to I'm not saying all, when some people come out to tell this story that's garnered attention, this or that, yeah, obviously there will be a time that they may come out and lie, which is not far off. But anyways, psychologically, her behavior aligns with the troll archetype, and she thrives on shock value to get attention. From stirring up drama to making bold, controversial statements, she knows just how to keep her name in the headlines. However, it's not all about seeking attention antics. There is this deeper layer of actions that suggest vulnerability, in my own opinion, because I feel like she has body image issues. I don't know if she's come out to say she does, but I feel like she does have body image issues, and because of this, it has made her crave this constant attention or constant need for validation and this desire to be seen as authentic, and this has complicated the simplistic view of her as just another internet shock job or shock value. But anyways, one of the most troubling aspects of her online persona is her exploitation of people in prison. She's come out and spoken about her relationship with prisoners, and this has raised serious ethical questions, particularly about consent and agency. In a prison context where power dynamics are inherently skewed, it's very, very easy to wonder whether these relationships are truly consensual or if they're a form of manipulation, because by capitalizing on her interactions with inmates, TREVINO not only profits from this sensationalizing this relationship, but she also risks reinforcing toxic stereotypes about people in prison.
Well, you're with this person, he did this. Are you sure he did that? Were you there when he did it? Did you see him do it?
¿Qué te importa, güey?
I just wanted to know.
He literally unalived his wife.
Okay, well, it's not my fault. Act like it's my fault. Maybe if he was happy, he wouldn't have. They just recorded that, huh?
You are mean. That was so mean. That episode made me cry.
It didn't make me cry. It made me fall asleep. Anyways.
This raises a deeper question. Are we as audience complicit in allowing her to profit off of this behavior? That's a question we should ask ourselves. Her content gives us this voyeuristic look into her life and her relationship, but at what cost? It's very, very hard to ignore the imbalance of power when one of the participants is incarcerated and often cut off from the same freedoms we take for granted. Does that make sense? In my own opinion, I think this is a a power dynamic. As TREVINO's online persona just forces us to confront the complexities of the fame that comes in this modern age, especially in a time where everything is online, everything is on social media. She's both a victim and also a villain, and she is also like an authentic voice and also a calculated performer, in my own opinion. Whether she's stirring up controversies or chaos for the sake of drama, or she's seeking validation for her deeply personal struggles, her persona resonates with audiences who are drawn to the raw, untamed aspect of social media fame. But the contradictions in her story also raises difficult questions about accountability, exploitations, and the ethics of viral content. In the end, a TREVINO story isn't just about a woman who pushes boundaries for attention. It's about how culture just responds to fame and the role that social media plays in amplifying both the best and the worst of us. That being said, conclusion, what can we get from this? As TREVINO's rise to viral fame should be a stark illustration of the paradoxes that comes with digital stardom. On one hand, she's sought after for the very chaos and provocation that makes her content so attention-grabbing, but on the other hand, the same antics that fuel her name, they come with this huge personal and ethical cost. Her story is one that's been marked by the exploitation of people in prison, her troubled family life, and also her reckless online behavior. And because this is how her story comes across to the world, it just offers a window into the darker side of what it means to be famous on the internet. And it just reveals how easily personal stability can be sacrificed for just being viral or for just being visible. As social media platforms just struggle to manage content moderation and also set ethical standards, as TREVINO's saga comes a cautionary tale, because it shows the toll that the pursuit of viral success can show on real lives and relationships. The bloodlines between provocation for profit and harmful exploitation just raises serious questions about responsibility. Whether she's the product of a broken system that rewards controversy or a calculated creator of chaos, one thing is clear, and what is clear is that her legacy underscores the urgent need for accountability and ethical framework in the wild west of social media, where influencers are often free to push boundaries without consequences. But that being said, guys, we've come to the end of this video. I have sat for over an hour speaking to you guys about this woman, and oh my god, yo, please share this video. Normally I'll say share this video if you care, but no, share this video, okay? Share this video, because this woman's story is very, I don't know, it's very surprising, because again, this is someone pushing 40. A fool at 40, they say, is a fool forever. And if she turns 40 with this behavior, I'm afraid this is how she's gonna be till she's old. And I didn't really delve into her children because her children are minors, but like, imagine your children having more sense than you are, your children threatening to expose you, your children tired of your antics, your children even being scared of you because one of her child has come out to say that she's scared of her mom. Imagine your children being scared of you. Like, honestly, you are clearly, in my own opinion, not a good mom. And again, the fact that you're in like CPS, you have a case with CPS. But that being said, thank you. If you enjoyed this, kindly like, subscribe, and share this video if you care. I really do love and appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for taking out the time to listen to my video. And if you made it to the end, leave a chopstick emoji, because this microphone is back for now. But that being said, thank you so much, and I really do love and appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, bye.